Hey guys, how's it going? B-Dope7 I'm back here with another episode of Road to the World Series. Today we are starting the very first game of the Mets series. It's the first time we've seen the Mets this year. The Mets have been playing well. I believe they are actually tied for first place in the East with the Phillies, and they are. They are tied with the Phillies for first place. They got a couple games that they haven't played, so they're ahead of them in the loss column, but behind them in the win column. But so they've had a fairly good season thus far. We, on the other hand, are sitting at 2 games below 500, 5.5 back on the Brewers, who lost today to King Rouse. He put a little bit of a whooping on him for us. And I thank him for that, helping helping us out here a little bit and helping the rest of the Central out. Um, but today they're going to be sending Jacob DeGrom to the mound, who's 3-2 with a 4.08 ERA, so he's definitely hittable. As we've seen with a lot of guys with a little bit of a higher ERA, they're definitely a little bit more hittable than others. We're sending Travis Wood to the mound today. He's 3-2 as well on the year. Basically, his story has been he doesn't give up that many runs, but doesn't get a lot of run support. So hopefully we can continue what we did last game, and as we put a good hurting on the Brewers in the final game of that 3-game set to take that series 2-1. We are inching ever closer back to 500, and as you can see here, we are almost caught up. The 15th was today, and well, technically here it's the 16th now. So just the series behind. So hopefully we can kind of speed through this Mets series. I know Tuesday's got a little bit of a slowdown because we got our Tuesday showdown between the Angels and the Rockies. I believe from Anaheim, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, from Anaheim. That one's going to be kind of an eeny, meeny, mo for me. I'm not really sure I'm going to play with there. But back to the business at hand. I'm going to be playing the first game of this Cubs-Mets series here from Wrigley. Going to go ahead and get into this now. We're sitting in third place, still sitting behind the Pirates. I believe we're a game behind the Pirates now, but I didn't catch what the Pirates did today. We're going to wear the whites and send Travis Wood to the mound. Got a couple guys here that are a little tired. We don't really have a day off in the foreseeable future, at least until after the Pittsburgh series. So we still got to play another 7 games consecutively without giving our guys a day off. Everybody a day off anyways. So today, I think we're going to sit Chris Bryant, and we're going to play Chris Denorfia, and actually I think we're going to sit Rizzo as well in lieu of Mike Olt, kind of give those guys a day off. They did some work in that series, in that last game, in the last 2 games of that series in Milwaukee. Both went yard at least once in those games. Actually, I take that back. I think Bryant went yard only in the second game of that series, but he did hit 2 bombs in that game. Good for us there. And then I believe we're going to go ahead and sit Starlin Castro as well. Jacob DeGrom is a lefty though, but we'll deal with it for now. And then Jorge Soler is going to get the day off as well. Pretty much everybody on our bench is going to be a guy that would normally play, but they will all still be up for pinch hitting duty. And then Javier Baez and Addison Russell will get the day off tomorrow. That's kind of what I got planned for them. So let's go ahead and we're going to move this lineup around a little bit. No, we're not actually. We're going to leave it as is. Oh, damn, I got to put everybody back to where they were. Hold. Still play first. I messed that one up. Good job, Big Dope. Idiot. Everybody, and then Tommy Estella, Castro. Don't need anybody getting hurt in this this long stretch in the beginning of the season. That's why I'm sitting on here. We're gonna go ahead and play at Wrigley. It was a beautiful day on Monday, I believe. We're gonna go ahead and make it partly cloudy. And remember, we'll go ahead and kick it out to Matt, Eric, and Steve with the call, and I'll be back after the game, guys.
Cardinals in a magical 7th inning. And now the 1-1 delivery, and here it is, and it's swung on a high drive left center field. Full going back. He's to the track, and he's right to the wall. He's there.
getting ready for first pitch at Wrigley Field. It's the Mets and the Cubs, and it's coming up next. Now from the windy city of Chicago, there's a beautiful look at fabled Wrigley Field. Game 1 of this 4-game set straight ahead between the East-leading New York Mets and the Cubs. With that, we say hello again, everybody, and welcome to Cubs baseball. Matt Vasgersian with you, Mike Side. Alongside me are Eric Karros and Steve Lyons. And Steve, a good matchup on the mound here in this opener.
All right, let's check in on the numbers on these guys so far this year, and they're definitely going to have to battle the elements out there a bit tonight. They've got the cold, they've got the wind, and that's not an ideal situation. But in many ways, it's much tougher on the hitter than it is the pitchers. So I'd expect each of these guys to be working in with the fastball. Get it in a little bit more than usual.
We'll hear more from the guys as the night moves along. But first, let's have a look at the starting lineup for the visiting New York Mets as Terry Collins sets his guys up like this. Travis Wood is on the mound to face them. His greatest challenge in this one will be avoiding the long ball. He's going to be staring down some guys that'll be tough outs in this ball game, but it'll be imperative that he keeps the ball in the ballpark. And there's a look at the defensive alignment for the Cubs here. Daniel Murphy will move towards the batter's boxes. We're just about set to get underway tonight.
Second baseman, Daniel Murphy.
Start of a 4-game set as the game's first pitch misses for ball 1. EK, as we look at the Cubs entering play here tonight, well, they've been playing some pretty good baseball, 5-2 over their last 7.
And it's a good position to be in. You've been playing good baseball. Now you get to come home and start a homestand. They've got a chance to really make some noise in the division if they can keep playing well.
Now the 2-0. Grounded fouled off to the right side. The 2-1 home. And the third baseman will have a look at it, but this is back into the seats. The 2-2. Slider strike 3 called as the leadoff man is set down looking to open up the ball game. Well, you just saw the good slider for the punch out there, but let's call up the scouting report to give you a look at what else he features. David Wright will dig in for the first time, and he'll do so right at the 300 mark for the year. First pitch on the way. And he takes a cold strike, 0-1.
That first pitch is going to be key all night long. If he gets ahead early with the fastball, that's when he can get tough to figure out, especially with the arsenal that he has.
1 out, nobody on. And the pitch. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. And now a pitch on the way. Swing and a hard ground ball to third. Throw to first is in time to take care of right, and that's the second out.
Batting third, right fielder, Michael Cuddyer.
Michael Cuddyer will have his first opportunity now as it comes with the bases empty here in the top of the first. First pitch coming. And here's a called strike to the 36-year-old veteran. It's 0-1.
You know, it's so important with guys like this to get ahead with strike one. Put them behind in the count and on their back foot right away.
Here's a fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1. The 1-1 home. Down low, 2 balls and a strike. Here's the 2-1 to Cuddyer. On a good pitch there, had him stretching to get out there, and it's 2-2 now. He may not throw a ton of changeups here tonight, but he's got a good one when he needs it.
And I think he will need it because this is a good fastball hitting team. Most teams are, so the more you can keep these guys guessing off balance, the better.
Throw on to the first baseman, Alt, and that retires the side. Mets go down 1-2-3. Now the Cubbies will get their first crack, no score. A look there at the starting lineup for the Cubs now. And a look there at the starting pitcher charged with facing these guys as his numbers are on your screen. And in the field, we see the Mets will line up this way. Well, there you see Dexter Fowler as he'll be the one to commence the action in the bottom half of the first.
Center fielder, Dexter Fowler.
First pitch fastball swung on and missed 0-1. EK are visitors here as they take the field tonight following a scoreless top half. They come in looking to make it 2 in a row as they were winners last time out.
And they were able to put together a good performance in the victory yesterday afternoon, so they'll see if they can keep it going here.
Not the greatest at-bat thus far as he misses that pitch in the dirt and falls behind 0-2 now.
Yeah, not a real good effort there. That pitch was never going to be a strike.
Now the pitch. Weakly to the right side, so he stays alive. Here comes another 0-2. And Fowler swings and misses as he's retired for round number 1.
And obviously, any time you can strike this guy out, you'll take it. I mean, he runs like a greyhound. So even routine grounders can sometimes be turned into base hits. Not when you're not making contact, though.
In now, Chris Coghlan. As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce one foul for the first strike. The pitch. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Coughlin awaiting the 1-1. Oh, they have him looking awfully confused up there right now. It's 1-2. 1-2. Swing and a liner, but that's a foul ball. He'll try again, 1-2. And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2.
Well, I'd be surprised if they go back to the curve again on 2-2. He's had a couple of pretty good looks at it at the plate.
Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. Wright is able to look this one in just past the third base dugout, and that's out number 2.
Maybe a pitch here that he's trying to do a little too much with. He just can't get on top of it. Winds up an easy pop-out.
Mike Olt will get his first cuts now, and he'll do so with the bases empty and 2 away here in the first. Now the first pitch. Hey now.
He did not like that one bit. Now, it's one thing to work in with the hard stuff, but don't do it around the dome.
Pitch on the way. And he watches a called strike as this one bears in on him. 1-1.
Right back inside with a fastball. This time, he got the call.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Had him off stride that time, and it's 1-2.
Nothing fancy. 3 fastballs so far in this at-bat. He could go just about anywhere from here.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Here comes a 1-2. Swing and a miss on the breaking ball, and he sets him down for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. We've played an inning. No score. Lucas Duda will stand in now. 0 for 4 in that day game yesterday.
Lucas Duda.
Now here's the first pitch. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. Now here's the pitch. Cutter low, 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And he finds a way to catch the zone here. It's 1-2. The 1-2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Two. And this is fouled straight back. Ready with another 2-2. And a good pitch there as this ball sent out to straightaway central for Fowler. And he puts it away for the first out. And with that, we give you a look here at what's happening in the race in the National League Central.
Curtis Granderson.
Curtis Granderson will take his first cuts of the ball game here. Now here's the first pitch. Outside with the fastball. That's 1-0. Here it comes. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That's on the corner to put him behind now. 1-2.
Now you can't look for a specific pitch. You just got to protect the plate.
Here's the 1-2. And a good cut here by Granderson, but this one's going to find the seats in right, a foul ball. Here's another 1-2. And he holds off there as the count goes even to the Mets left fielder. It's 2-2. Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. Here's the 2-2 offering. 3-2 now. Here's the full count offering. Now here's a ball hit hard on the ground towards short. Oh, and he can't come up with it. And some problems defensively as they allow him to reach first safely.
Well, it didn't look like there was anything too special about this ground ball. It just looked like he maybe raised his head a little bit there, and that'll cost him a one-out base runner.
Standing in now, number 50, as he'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball one. He'll enter play here with that average down in the low 200s. No home runs as of yet, and 3 driven in. One 0 on the way. And here's his fastball for a called strike one, and he's hitting an even 90 on the gun. One on the way. He's running towards second. Now a ball lined towards center field. In there, a base hit. And he'll move up to third now. Runners at the corners here with one away.
Batting 7th, shortstop, Wilmer Flores.
Wilmer Flores will be the batter. He's set. Now the pitch. And opposite field as he lines this down the line in right. And this is going to wind up as extra bases, as that'll play one for sure and maybe a second. Around third and being waved on home. And he will score as well, as they've broken the tie to come back here and lead it now by 2.
And if this was going to be fair, it wasn't going to be fair by much. You'll see it hit just inside the white line. Another foot or so, and that's a foul ball. Instead, this is going to go for a double and drive in 2.
Travis d'Arnaud will stand in now, still struggling to get anything going offensively. First pitch coming. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball.
And now this is all about minimizing damage out there on the mound. He's got to regroup, and he's got to do it quick, or this game will get away from him.
1-0 pitch now. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball.
And this is what you got to do up there, Steve. You got to wait him out.
Yeah, and if you can lay off the off-speed stuff, that's when you're going to get your fastball to hit.
And this is fouled back and out of play. Here he comes on 2-1. And here's a ball hit in the air. And this will wind up a foul ball. Here's the 2-2 home. And this one will be out of play off to the left. Here's another 2-2. Swing and a line drive to center field. And that's in there. Base hit. And the run will score from second here, as this is now a 3-0 game.
Batting 9th, catcher, Jacob deGrom.
Jacob deGrom will take a long look down here as he may be bunting to avoid the double play. And a sure sign that trouble is afoot, as there is already some action in that bullpen now, and we're just in the second inning. Here's the first pitch to him. And they elect to have the pitcher bunt with one gun as he puts this one down. The throw pulls him off the bag.
And sometimes, you know, you just got to take the outs when they're giving them to you. Here he tries to force this one into second base, and you knew right when he threw it that this didn't look very promising, and now they wind up getting nobody out.
Daniel Murphy will step in now with 3 home in the inning and another 2 men out there on base.
This inning's really starting to unravel quickly from a defensive point of view. This is where you need a nice pop-up in a big way.
First offering on the way. And here's a fastball called for strike one.
That's not really a bad take that time. You've got a guy out there on the mound that's had his hands full already, so you've got to make him prove that he can find the zone.
Fouled back. From the stretch. Can't quite get the low outside corner there. It's 1-2.
Still now on 1-2, you don't have to make the perfect pitch out there. The count is still well in your favor on the mound.
Now the 1-2. Hit hard but fouled off to the left, and that'll keep you honest as a third base coach. A big pitch here, 1-2. A swing, and he pops him up on the infield, and the infield fly rule will be in effect here.
Well, if you break a guy's bat, you've almost always made a great pitch, but here he might have gotten a little more than he bargained for as this ball's back at him. But he's able to focus on the task at hand and makes a nice play.
Here's the third baseman, David Wright, as he'll take a look at ball one.
And I think that's been a big part of the problem so far. He just can't locate his fastball, especially in situations where he has to.
1-0. And that's right there, and we're even at 1. Here comes the 1-1. Now this is driven out to deep right center. This could be trouble. And trouble it is. It's down for extra bases. And the runner is in from second. The relay. And they are not going to get right. He's got himself a triple.
Oh, that's just a great at-bat right there with 2 men on base. This one finds some real estate out there, and he was not going to be denied as he makes it all the way up to third base here with a 2-run triple.
Stepping in now, Michael Cuddyer. And a ball 1-0. Boy, and after that good first inning, not the same here in the second.
He's kind of looking a little shell-shocked out there. Like even he can't figure out what's going on.
The 1-0. Ball 2 to Cuddyer. 2 balls and no strikes. I think that man right there is reaching the end of his wits.
Oh, his team is absolutely imploding right now, and it basically came out of nowhere.
The 2-0. Lays off a fastball, but it's over for a strike. 2-1.
Well, I think the time for patience is over. You've got to make something happen up there when you've got a runner in scoring position.
Now the 2-1. Hit hard on the ground is short. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. 9 men come to the plate, however. 5 of them score. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. Mets out in front, 5-0. Chris Denorfia will stand in now as he was reinserted back into the lineup here after taking a needed day off yesterday. And here's the first pitch. And the 34-year-old veteran looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. Figure we'll probably see a heavy dose of that sinker here tonight.
It's really a pitch you'll lean on it, especially when he needs that ground ball, but even in situations like this where he's just trying to get ahead.
Chased a low ball there, and he's quickly down in the count 0-2.
Oh, and he's sure got a good one, doesn't he? That ball goes from about knee-high to ankle-high in the matter of about 5 feet.
Here's the pitch. Good wood on it there, but foul, so they'll do it again. Another 0-2 coming. Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning.
Well, a little surprising he wouldn't pull the trigger on that one right there. This isn't anything fancy. Just a right over the top four-seam fastball. Absolutely frozen.
Here's the catcher now, Miguel Montero. As he will swing at the first pitch and send a ground ball out to short. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
Batting center, third baseman, Tommy La Stella.
Tommy La Stella get his first chance now, trying to get something started with 2 away here in the bottom of the second. First pitch to him. Swing and a shot back up the middle, and that is in there for a 2-out base knock.
And that'll break the string of 5 straight to start the night. They finally get their first base runner here with 2 outs in the second. Good to at least get something on this guy before he really settles into a groove out there.
Javier Baez will get his first cuts here with 2 gone now and a runner at first. Here's the first offering. Swing and a line drive. Foul. He waits. Now the pitch. Down and away, ball 1. Here's the 1-1. And a breaking ball down and in here as he's got to hop out of the way there.
Boy, a 2-out single, now nearly a hit by pitch. You've got to be careful right here not to let this inning get away from you.
Now the 2-1 pitch. He's fallen behind now, 3-1. The 3-1 coming. And a good at-bat that time as he lays off for ball 4. And as a result, that'll move a runner up into scoring position now with 2 away.
And it looked like he was on his way to breezing through this half inning. But then a base hit, now a walk here with 2 away. And that's opened the door for these guys to maybe do some damage after all.
Travis Wood will get a shot now with 2 on and 2 out here in inning number 2. Now a swing and a fly ball. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. Cubs strand a couple. Need to get it going soon. It's 5-0. Lucas Duda is ready to go here as we begin the third.
For the Mets, first baseman number 21, Lucas Duda.
Now the first pitch. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike. Now the pitch. He goes the other way as this is hit well out toward deep left field. One away here to begin the third.
And you know, he's kind of going through a stretch right now where the ball just isn't jumping off his bat. He's got a good pitch to hit right here. Looked like he put a good swing on it, but it just didn't go anywhere.
Curtis Granderson will try it again. He reached on an error and came around to score his first time. First pitch coming. Now a swing, and he just fouls this one away. The pitch. And this is going to be a foul ball. And the pitch. Now here's a swing and a ball hit well out there toward right center. And he will make the play out there, and there are two away now.
Oh, it makes such a difference here when you play during the day versus playing at night. 6 hours ago, this might have split the gap, but here it hangs up just long enough for him to run it down out there in right center field.
Into the box now, number 50. As the first pitch to him is a changeup that can't find the zone. It's ball one. Two out, nobody on. The 1-0. And here's a fastball in for strike one. 91 miles an hour that time. The 1-1. Called strike on the inside, and he can't believe it at the plate. It's 1-2 now.
Tonight, borderline calls, you got to be swinging.
Here's the lefty's offering on 1-2. Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now.
Oh, that's not a bad idea right there. Go ahead and try that back foot slider on a 1-2. Hope you can get him to commit. That's a good job of laying off of that pitch.
This one misses, and that'll fill the count here. 3-2 with two away. Here's the 3-2 pitch. He'll fight just to stay alive here as this is fouled away. Another full count pitch home. Boy, really making him work now as the seventh pitch of the at-bat is also fouled away, so the count will hold steady at 3 balls and 2 strikes. And this one misses high for ball 4, and they have themselves a 2-out base runner.
The batter, number 4, shortstop,
Wilmer Flores will dig in now, hoping to perhaps make him pay for the 2-out walk.
All right, go.
Here's the first offering. And now a pitch hit sharply on the ground. And he tries for the backhand reach at third, but he gets by the glove down the line.
And another hard hit ball off of him right there. And that's not the first one he's allowed so far. As you take a look at his line, not too much to write home about right there. This has not been one of his better performances at all.
Travis d'Arnaud will stand in with 2 on and 2 out here in the third. First pitch on the way. And a check swing looked like he went around. Yes, indeed, says the first base umpire. Strike one. Pause, now the pitch. That misses. 1 ball and 1 strike here to the Mets backstop. 2 men are on with 2 men out. The 1-1. Hit on the ground towards first. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. 2 left for the Mets, but they hold a 5-0 lead. Addison Russell makes his way to the plate to get us started here in the bottom of inning number 3.
the shortstop, Addison.
First pitch coming. This is hit down the right field line, but it's going to get out of play for strike one. Now here it comes. Back-to-back fastballs here as he takes control. 0-2. Now here's the pitch. Grounded foul down the line, so he'll tee it up again. Ready with another 0-2. The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now. Pitch on the way. And they tie him up in proverbial knots there as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, not a real good job of pitch recognition there. I mean, this ball was going to be in on his hands to begin with. I don't know quite what he saw that made him want to swing at that thing, but it just completely locked him up there.
Here's Dexter Fowler now. As this is grounded foul off to the left, it's strike one. Bases are empty, one man out. And now a pitch on the way. Swinging a ball hit on the ground, but this will wind up a foul ball, strike two. Now here's the pitch. Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball one.
If he would have swung at that, you would have never heard the end of it.
The 1-2 with one away. Fastball, strike three called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are two away.
When you're down by 5 runs, you pretty much know you're going to see a lot of strikes. I mean, pitchers don't feel compelled to do a whole lot of nibbling when they've got that big of a cushion. How is he not pulling the trigger?
Into the box, Chris Coghlan. As he swings on the first pitch and lifts a fly ball out to center. Number 50 is there, and he'll put it away to retire the side. Cubs are down in order. They can't chip into that 5-0 deficit. Jacob deGrom will stand in now to get us going here in the fourth.
Jacob deGrom.
Now the first pitch. Too high that time with the inning's first pitch. It's ball one. One 0 on the way. And that pitch misses in the dirt, and it's 2-0 now. Gotta say, they've done a pretty nice job laying off that tough changeup.
And I think you have to give some credit to that hitting coach. He's tried to tell him, that pitch is not going to be a strike. You got to wait and make him bring something up in the zone.
And a very low strike there. Trying to speed up the game, perhaps. It's 2-1. A 2-1 offering. And it misses. 3-1 now.
And boy, this is exactly how you want your leadoff hitter to approach an at-bat. He's showing a lot of patience, and it's worked out so far.
The 3-1 pitch. Now here's a ground ball that'll get by the mound and into center field for a leadoff single.
Boy, and just when you think you're all set up with the pitcher leading off an inning, this happens. Just goes to show you, you take anyone for granted up there, they can come back and hurt you.
Daniel Murphy will stand in. He struck out and popped out in 2 trips. Now here's the first pitch. There's a fastball missing down and away for a ball. 1-0. You guys surprised at all that that man doesn't have the bullpen going yet?
Well, he's showing a lot of faith in his starter, but to me, you've at least got to get someone stretching down there. Move him around a little bit.
5 runs, 6 hits, and no errors on the Mets line score so far. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one. Seems like there have been quite a few of these easy takes here in these first few innings.
Actually, a lot of easy takes. He's making it much too simple for these guys to get into good hitters counts.
Outside, 3-0 now.
Boy, a leadoff single, now a 3-0 count. Not exactly the way you want to start things out on the mound.
Comes set, now the pitch. And there's a strike as he'll try to work his way back. It's 3-1.
Yeah, a much better pitch there than the one he threw on 2-0.
Now the 3-1. Swing and a ball hit hard on the ground is short. And that's through for a base hit.
Well, in his last start, these ground balls were finding gloves. But baseball, it can be a fickle game sometimes, and the breaks are definitely not going his way this time around.
David Wright will dig in. 1 for 2 to this point in the ball game. Cubs have someone working in their bullpen now as a right-hander's begun to get loose. First pitch coming. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1.
Now with 2 on, nobody out, you got to be thinking strikeout double play out there on the mound. One or the other is what you really need.
He's ready now. The pitch. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. Ready now on 1-1. Oh, they have him looking awfully confused up there right now. It's 1-2.
And now what do you go with here on the 1-2 count? I got a feeling that this one won't be in the strike zone either.
1-2. Hard hit to third. 1 there, but he's going to have to eat this thanks to a good hard slide, and the run's in to score. And look at this. The runner from second is going to come across to score.
Well, this is a pretty smart decision here at second base. He's got that clock running in his head, so he knows he's about to take a shot. So at that point, why risk throwing this ball into the dugout or into the 10th row? He just absorbs the hit, and he hangs on to the baseball.
In now, Michael Kadire. As he'll take a look at a strike on the outside corner, it's 0-1. Gotta say, it's amazing to me that they've decided to leave this guy out there after the pounding that he's taken so far.
I think the fans have to be saying, what do we got to do to get a reliever in here? Enough of this already.
Now a swing and a hard hit ball to short. Oh, and he has some trouble with it. And he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him.
Well, you'll get another look at this. This ball's hit sharply, so it gets on him pretty quickly. He's able to knock it down, but they weren't going to have a play after that. That should go down as an infield single.
Here's Lucas Duda now. As he'll take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike 1.
Yeah, and you don't have to look much further than that location right there to see why he's been struggling. That pitch is right down the middle to start this at-bat.
Ball 1.
Well, that's a pretty good spot to try and lock him up inside, but you know he can turn on that location if that's out over the plate.
Here's the 1-1. Oh, he pulls the string on the circle change. 1-2.
And this is what he needs out there right now. He has to find some confidence in those secondary pitches, and that's a good change up there.
Here comes a 1-2. Big swing there as it's hit pretty well out toward deep left field. Oh, and a fine play there as he ranges back to put this one away. Not an easy play by any means, and there are 2 gone.
A little bit of a risk there with 2 away. You don't want to run yourself into a double play to end the inning, but he's able to make it up there, and that puts runners on the corners now with 2 outs.
Curtis Granderson will get a shot here with 2 on and 2 out here in the 4th. Now here's the first pitch. First pitch here misses wide, 1-0. Here's a 1-0. And this is going to find the crowd down the left field line. It's a ball and a strike. Runners lead from first and third. Here's the pitch. Called strike, and he's behind 1-2. The 1-2. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball.
And with 2 outs, you want to make sure those guys earn that run. Well, don't let them score on a wild pitch.
Now the 2-2 pitch. And he didn't miss that by much. It's popped way up on the infield, and I mean way up there. Wood will put this one away, and the side is retired. So it's a run on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go. The Mets lead this one 6-0. Mike Olt will come forward now to start the inning, and with his guys down 6 in the early going, they're going to need to put something together here or risk being blown out.
Yeah, and I think the big thing here is you've got to come up with something, even if it's just 1 run. You got to let those guys over there know that you haven't given up and that you're going to fight them until the last out.
Here's the first pitch to him. Now a ball hit in the air to straightaway left. This is carrying well. Out of here. Solo home run here off the bat of Mike Olt. And they're on the board at 6-1.
Well, with the hole they dug themselves here early, it's definitely a long road back. But stranger things have happened, and who knows? So maybe we'll look back on this home run as being the one that got the huge comeback started.
Standing in now, Chris Denorfio. As this is popped foul behind the plate, it's strike 1. Here's the pitch. Swing and a ball hit fairly well, heading high and deep toward right center. And he will run this one down, moving to his right, and that's the first out of the inning.
Now back, catcher, Miguel Montero.
Miguel Montero will dig in with 1 in and 1 away. Montero waits. Now the pitch. Oh, had him chopping at that one. It's 0-1.
Well, as we've seen so far, this isn't a team that's going to wait around too long to feel a pitcher out. They're an aggressive team all the way from top to bottom. And if that first pitch is anywhere close, most of these guys are going to take a hack at it.
The pitch. Good swing there, but this is fouled off to the right side. One out, nobody on. And the pitch. Swung on and hit in the air to left. Oh, and he misses it.
Yeah, it looked like a fairly routine play there. Don't know if he took his eye off it or what, but he winds up basically whiffing on the catch, and that's going to wind up a 2-base error.
Tommy LaStella now. Here's a pop-up now. Behind the plate, but room for d'Arnaud. And he'll stay with it to put it away as they get their man here for the second out.
Now, we could hear him all the way up here in the booth. Just a big old, ugh! Well, that's what pop-ups will make you do.
Javier Baez will dig in. Drew a walk his first time around. First offering on the way. I had him lunging at that one out of the zone, and that's strike one.
And this is where you have to be smarter at the plate. There's a good chance they're working around you with the base open, so don't go helping them out.
From the belt, kicks and deals. And oh, that looked to catch him flush down near the foot or the ankle. And now, fortunately, they will get an out here. Cubs get a run here thanks to this solo home run. We're through 4. It's the Mets 6 and the Cubs 1. Number 50 will make his way towards the box to lead off the 5th.
Center fielder, number 50.
Edwin Jackson is going to take over here in inning number 5 as it's going to be up to their bullpen to try and keep him in the game here. Number 50 steps in now.
Leading off for the Mets, center fielder, number 50.
First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0. The 1-0 home. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, there's a good one right there, right over the top. Just fire that thing in there.
1-1 pitch on the way. And now he'll try to bunt for a base hit here as he gets this one down. And a nice play there by Montero as he gets him at first to snuff out the bunt.
Well, just from a distance standpoint, you have to remember that left-handed hitters maybe get a step or two advantage over a right-handed hitter leaving that batter's box. So that's why it's much easier for lefties to bunt their way on than it is for righties to do it. And here, he needed those 2 extra steps because that was a very close play down there at first.
Into the box now, Wilmer Flores. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. Here's the 1-0. Now a ball grounded foul over toward the coaching box. The 1-1 home. And this is lined right back up the middle. But unfortunately, right at the shortstop for the second out.
Well, he was making a bid up there for his 3rd straight hit. And this might be the hardest ball he's hit of the 3. But this time, he's going to wind up with nothing to show for it.
Here's the catcher, Travis d'Arnaud. As he'll take a called strike here on a borderline pitch at strike 1. High strikes, probably not on the docket for places he wants to be.
Yeah, I mean, it's no secret. You've got to keep the ball down against a team like this. If you go up every once in a while with a fastball, you'll be fine. But you're not going to last too long if you make a habit of working up there with your secondary pitches.
Slider. Ooh, thought he had him, but it's 1-2.
And now, as a hitter, 1 and 2, you've got to be thinking right center field. They'll take a little swing out and try to drive something the other way.
And this ball's hit sharply toward the first base coaching box. It's a foul ball. 6 runs, 8 hits, 1 error in the game for the Mets thus far. Tried to hold up there, appeal down to first, and no swing. It's ball 2. Here comes a 2-2. Now a swing and a high fly ball, and this one has some carry on it to deep right field. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Down in order go the Mets. They hold on to their 6-1 lead. Edwin Jackson will stand in to start things out here in the home half of the 5th. And you get the sense, Steve, that this crowd's been pretty well taken out of the ballgame to this point.
Yeah, they pretty much had to sit on their hands all afternoon. Not a lot to get excited about so far. And I think that's a credit to that man out there on the mound. He's cut right through this lineup for the first 4 innings.
First pitch to him. Ooh, started him with the change, and it's 0-1. Surprised that there's no pinch hitter here?
Shocked is more the word for me. You're losing, but you're letting a reliever hit? I just don't get it.
Now the pitch. And a foul pop behind the plate. Now here's the pitch. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2.
Yeah, after that last swing, I would have thought they'd go right back in, but that's actually not a bad location because I doubt he was looking for something out there.
And did he hold up in time? A look down, and no, he went around. It's strike 3.
And we'll take a look at the reaction here in show motion, and you can see him immediately go to first and say, oh yeah, he went around. Sure enough, he got the answer he was hoping for.
Addison Russell will stride in again. He struck out swinging his first time. And here's the first pitch. And this pitch just about saws him off as he can't get extended at all. It's strike 1.
That got in his kitchen big time right there.
Now here it comes. And boy, big problems here to start this at-bat. It's 0-2 now.
And this is part of why he's had a lot of success so far. He's done a lot of work on the edges and stayed out of the middle of the strike zone.
And now a pitch on the way. And a swing and a miss as they caught him reaching that time, and there are 2 away.
I think this is one of those at-bats where he just couldn't help himself out there. And we're going to check it out again right here on Showtrack. The thing that stands out right away, well, look at the pitches. Are any of them even strikes? I mean, if you have a little bit more discipline as a hitter, you might be looking at a 3-0 count instead of going back to sit on the bench.
Dexter Fowler will stand in now. A punch-out victim twice already. DK, I'll ask you because you're the one sitting next to me. Do you approach an at-bat differently when you have 2 strikeouts under your belt this early in the game?
Well, you do in the sense that whatever you did the first 2 times, it wasn't working. But I think if you start worrying too much about trying to avoid the hat trick or worse, it'll start becoming a mind game, and you'll start falling into some pretty bad habits.
Swing and a miss on a pitch in the dirt, and it's strike 1. Another example there of a guy chasing after that first pitch and falling behind.
Yeah, and Matt, we've seen it time and time again. It is something that these guys just have to be more aware of. At this point, why would you even throw them a strike on the first pitch?
Now the 1-1 pitch. And here's a ball hit in the air. And he'll lunge out of the crouch to put this one away. Good reactions there, and the inning is over. Pretty painless half of the inning, all told. 5 innings complete. It's the Mets 6 and the Cubs 1. Jacob deGrom will stand in now, and given the big cushion he has to work with on the other side of the scorecard, he'll go ahead and hit for himself here in inning number 6. Now the first pitch. And the first pitch of the inning here misses down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. The next pitch. First 2 pitches off the mark here. It's 2-0.
I got to think he's going to leave the bat on his shoulder again here, even 2-0. This approach hasn't been too sharp so far to lead off the inning.
Here's the 2-0. And he gets this fastball over. It's 2-1.
Go back to New York, man.
Ready with the 2-1. Changeup, called a strike, and he comes back even at 2-2. 4 pitches. Fast, slow, fast, slow. EK, you thinking fastball here?
It seems to fit the pattern, but you better not get too predictable out there. Guys will catch on quick.
And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone.
That's a nice comeback from down in the count, 2-0. He doesn't panic. He doesn't just start laying pitches in there. He had a good plan to start with, and then he executed that plan all the way through the at-bat.
Here's Daniel Murphy now. And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1. Now here's the pitch. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
He wanted to go after that one, but that's a good eye to just watch it all the way in.
The 2-0 on the way. Out in front as he lifts a fly ball out toward right field. And quickly 2 are gone now here in the visitors' half of the 6th.
Here's a guy that kind of got called on early, but since coming on in the 5th, he's retired 5 in a row out of the bullpen.
David Wright will stand in. He grounded into a fielder's choice his last time. Here's the first offering.
Nope,
and he lays off there 1-0.
And even with 2 outs, this is a team that can still put something together here, especially in this part of the lineup, so you can't let your guard down.
Here's the 1-0. That one's a called strike. Back even at 1. Really a good job so far by this guy out of the bullpen.
Yeah, he's come in and really put his stamp on this game. He's thrown a lot of strikes. That's what you want.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. In for strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes, Cap.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. The right-hander deals on 1 and 2. A big uppercut there as he popped this straight up. La Stella is there, and the side is retired. Mets go down 1-2-3. They lead it 6-1. Chris Coghlan will come forward now to start out their half of the 6th, and they've found it rough sailing against this starter so far as he's yielded just 2 hits through the first 5.
Not too many hard hit balls there either. He's had them off balance all game.
Here's the first offering. And he just keeps rolling along as he starts another batter out with strike 1.
You know, a lot of times with a sinker baller out there, you're just conditioned to always look for something down. So he can surprise you with that high fastball, maybe 4-seam it every once in a while, and when he does, he can forget it.
Now he swings and golfs this one into left center. It's going to work out for him as a base hit.
One of the first times tonight that they've had their leadoff man on base. Now they've got to find a way to build on it if they want to get back in this thing.
Mike Olt will stride in again, and you can bet he'd love to do again what he did back in the 4th. A solo home run here that's been the only long ball of the game so far. First pitch coming. And this is on the ground toward the hole. To second for 1. On to first, and they get them both.
Now back, left fielder, Chris Denorfia.
Chris Denorfia will come on now, and no sooner did it look like they may have something started than the double play took it all away.
And that's especially tough when you figure the part of the lineup they're in. These are the guys you want to have hitting with runners on base.
First pitch coming. On a less than impressive swing there to start the at-bat. It's 0-1.
Yeah, he really pulled off of that one, and that's not the kind of swing we're accustomed to seeing from a guy like him.
Right, especially starting off an at-bat.
Here's the pitch. This is swung on and lifted down the left field line, but it'll get back into the crowd as he jumps ahead of him now. 0-2. And the pitch. Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground, but a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. Here's another 0-2. And a good two-strike swing here as he's been fighting off some tough pitches, but the count will remain at 0-2. Another 0-2 home. And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one ends the inning. Michael Cuddyer will start things out when we come back. It's the Mets 6 and the Cubs 1. Welcome back here to the historic friendly confines of Wrigley Field. Getting set for the 7th inning now with the Mets out on top. But first, let's check out the game summary through the first 6 innings of baseball. And there indeed is Michael Cuddyer. He'll lead things off as they look to perhaps build on an already sizable lead. First pitch on the way. Curveball looked at here for strike 1.
Not a bad idea to take a look at that one there. Now that you've seen the curveball, you can start to get a better gauge on it. Get a feel for what it looks like coming out of the pitcher's hand.
Right-hander starts to loosen out in the bullpen now. The pitch. 1-1.
Come on, I'll be a strike there up.
Pitch on the way. On the ground is short. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
Pretty good work out of the bullpen, as you see there. He got called in much earlier than I'm sure he expected, but he's given him a real lift so far.
Lucas Duda will stand in now, hoping to get on track as they've been able to neutralize his power out of the cleanup spot. 0 for 3 thus far. And this is taken outside for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch. Here's a swing and a ground ball. And he'll take this to the bag himself, and there are 2 away now.
The left fielder, number 3, Curtis Granderson.
Curtis Granderson will try again. 0 for 3 thus far. Now the first pitch. Fastball in there for a called strike.
Yeah, the best way to neutralize this guy's power, just keep putting pitches right there.
Overrated.
Now here's the pitch. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike.
Are you kidding me, yo?
Now the 1-1. And he lays off a pitch down and away. Ball 2.
Come on, Cubs.
Here comes the 2-1. Now a ball chopped up the line to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So they go down without a whimper here. Get out the microphone. Stretch time here at Wrigley. It's the Mets 6 and the Cubs 1. Miguel Montero will step in now to lead off the home half of the 7th.
Catcher, Miguel Montero.
Action in the Mets bullpen now. It's both a lefty and a right-hander that start to throw. And this ball's going to find the seats down the left field line. Foul, strike 1. And now a pitch on the way. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. Throw in time as he's called out on a bang-bang play at first. And it doesn't look like the manager fully agrees with that out call at first. It appears he may opt to challenge it and have the play reviewed.
Yeah, he wasn't so sure that was the right call, and looking at it again right here, I don't know if I can tell for sure either. We'll wait to see what the guys in the dugout say after reviewing this play a couple of times, probably.
So here's the signal from the dugout, and it appears they will decide not to challenge the call on the field, so the runner is out at first. Here's Tommy La Stella now, as he'll swing at the first pitch and send one on the ground to first. And he'll take this to the bag himself, and there are 2 away now.
This is just proving that you don't always have to strike guys out to be successful. That's a good job of changing up on a guy, and that means he's gotten the first 2 outs here on just 3 pitches.
Javier Baez will stride in, grounded out his last time through. Now here's the first pitch. I had him guessing that time as he's barely able to foul it away. Here it comes. Right over the top with that curveball, and it's 0-2.
No reason not to go for broke now. What do you got to lose?
Now the pitch. And that's swung on and fouled straight back. The 0-2 once more. And he's got himself another one as he picks up strikeout number 9 here, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. The lead remains 5. It's 6-1. Number 50 will step in. He's singled in 2 trips thus far.
Center fielder, number 50.
Jason Mott will be summoned from the bullpen now as he'll take over to start inning number 8.
Number 30, Jason Mott.
Number 50 will step in. 1 for 2 with a walk thus far.
Center fielder, number 50.
Swing and a ground ball towards the hole. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8.
We showed you his numbers a minute ago. It's still early in the season to be worrying too much, but he's definitely off to a slow start, so he's going to need to string together a few good outings to lower that ERA a little bit.
Wilmer Flores will dig in. He lined out hard in his last time around. Now here's the first pitch. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0.
That's his strength. He wants to try and come in and jam you, so you've got to be ready to try and turn on something.
Now the 1-0. Fastball, and that thing's a blur up there, folks. 1-1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And he comes back with a fastball. 1-2 now.
Just no chance to pull the trigger on that one. It just got on him too fast.
Here's the 1-2. And this is hit hard on the ground towards short. Throw gets him, 2 down. Time to bring you up to date on the numbers for our 2 starters. It's our starter comparison, and the hometown 9 have had trouble generating much by way of hits, as you can see by the left side of your screen. Travis d'Arnaud will stand in. He flew out his last time up. First pitch coming. And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike. 0-1. And the pitch. Here's a ball hit pretty well and carrying to deep right. Coghlan is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. Down in order go the Mets. They hold on to their 6-1 lead. Chris Bryant will try and get his club back into it here as he'll pinch hit to lead off the home half of the 8th. Now a swing, and he popped him up. And no ordinary pop-up at that. This is way up there. And he'll reach to his right to make the catch for out number 1.
Yeah, another good start to an inning for him here. He's really only made 1 bad pitch the entire game. That was the solo home run. Other than that, you can see there, not much to speak of at all.
Addison Russell will dig in. Strikeout victim his last time. Here's the first pitch to him. Oh, and a hearty cut there to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Yet again, another first pitch strike.
And it's a big reason of why he's having the success he is. You establish the count in your favor right away, and it just opens up the door to so many more options going forward.
And he lays off for ball 1. 1 out, nobody on. Here comes the 1-1. 1-2 as the changeup had him out in front there. Now the 1-2. And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2.
He just about went around. He was lucky to put on the brakes when he did.
Here he comes on 2-2. And he is down on strikes again. So get your hats out. That's the 3rd strikeout of the game. All right, folks. Montage alert. Here you get a look at his performance so far. 10 strikeouts for him in the ball game as he continues to just plow right through this lineup one after another. Dexter Fowler will stand in now with 2 away, needing to really get something started here.
And their chances of getting back into this ball game are growing dimmer by the batter.
First offering on the way. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
I like how he's approaching things here. He's got a good, safe lead, so he's not setting guys up or wasting a lot of pitches. He's coming right after everybody.
Not able to hold on there as he swings through a pitch in the dirt, and it doesn't look good for him now. Down 0-2.
Yeah, he was trying to do something dramatic right there, but when you think about it, at this point in the ball game, all you need is base runners.
And he gets a piece of it here, but it's chopped foul. The next 0-2. And a good two-strike swing here as he's been fighting off some tough pitches, but the count will remain at 0-2. Here comes another 0-2. Now a swing and a softly hit ground ball. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
Yeah, and about the only drawback you have to having so many strikeouts is that it really runs that pitch count up. You can see on the graphic right here, it's starting to get up there now, so he may be getting just a little bit tired.
Chris Coghlan will dig in. He singled his last time around. Throw over to first, and he'll dive back in safely. And here's the first pitch. Runners off for second. Gets under this one as this is hit high and pretty deep out there to center field. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. 1 left for the Cubs. They trail 6-1. Neil Ramirez come on now to start the 9th inning as he looks to keep this deficit right where it is for the bottom of the 9th. Jacob deGrom will make a 4th plate appearance tonight, and why not? He's been in command. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike. Now the pitch. Grounded foul toward the third base dugout. The pitch. Swing and a ball hit well to the right side, but this will get into the crowd. Here's another 0-2. And a swing and a miss. Good pitch there for the first out here in the 9th.
And sometimes up there you just get completely fooled. I mean, I think he changed his mind about swinging at this pitch about 3 different times while it was on its way to the plate. I'm going to swing. No. I'm going to take it. Oh, well, I better try to at least foul it off. And in the end, he got nothing.
Here's Daniel Murphy now as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce one foul for the first strike. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Now here it comes. Low with a fastball here in the dirt even. It's ball 1. Here's the 1-1. And they'll go off speed here as this pitch misses. It's 2-1. Here it comes, 2-1. A little too tall that time. 3-1 now. Waiting in the on-deck circle is David Wright. 1 out, nobody on. Here he comes, 3-1. And the good fastball there finds the zone as the count goes full now, 3-2. Full count pitch on its way. Grounded to third. Throw gets him, 2 down.
The third baseman, number 5,
David Wright will step in, 1 for 4 in the ballgame. Now the first pitch. In tight with the curveball, backed up on him a little there, and it's ball 1.
Yeah, trying to go front door with that breaking ball. Started it a little too far inside, though.
Here comes the 1-0. Swing and a liner. Foul. The 1-1. Big breaking ball and a beauty that time. 1-2.
Good curveball right there, and that just really throws it.
Here comes the 1-2. And there's strike 3. So we'll see now if they can manage to hold on to this huge lead as the side is retired. Mets go down 1-2-3. They lead it 6-1. Mike Holt will dig in. He homered back in the fourth.
Bottom of the ninth inning for the Cubs. First baseman,
First pitch to him. Now a swing and a high fly ball, and this one has some carry on it to deep right field. And this will be pulled in just in front of the warning track for the first out.
This isn't always the way you want to play it here. I mean, it's late in the game. Your guys are losing. It wouldn't be such a bad idea to take a pitch or two. Instead, he chases after the very first pitch, and it's an easy out.
Chris Denorfia will stand in now, hoping to get on track as they've been able to neutralize his power out of the cleanup spot. 0 for 3 thus far. Here's the first offering. Now a swing and a miss. Took something off that one, and it's strike 1. Boy, that changeup's had him eaten out of his hand.
Oh, and they've been falling all over themselves trying to get it. But you've just got to know that that's not going to be a strike. It looks like it is, but it isn't.
And this will be fouled away. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And now a pitch on the way. And he struck him out. And there's the hat trick, as that's his 3rd strikeout of the ball game.
Yeah, and the strikeouts just continue to pile up out there for both guys. That's the 3rd time he's set him down so far tonight.
Here's the catcher now, Miguel Montero. As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce one foul for the first strike. Montero waits. Now the pitch. Now a swing, and he pops him up. And this should do it. And he'll put this one away for the final out. And the Mets have taken game 1 of the series on the road as the ball game is over.
Well, we talked about how they needed a good outing out of this guy. And he gave them that and even more, finishing off the complete game victory.
One more look at the final line score there to see the great pitching performance that led his guys to the victory. Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he was really overpowering guys out there. Look at the line score. He winds up with 11 strikeouts, and he definitely was a deciding factor in this one.
So that'll put a wrap on things here this evening. For my partners Eric Karros and Steve Lyons, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, follow us on Twitter at MLB The Show. The Mets come out on top 6-1. Good night from Chicago.
Final line score for our ball game tonight for the victorious New York Mets.
All right, guys, not able to get the win today. I think it was Jacob deGrom, just way too much for us today. Just couldn't seem to get his number. The only person that seemed to get his number was, for one at bat at least, was Mike Olt as he drove the ball deep into the bleachers and left. But that was all the offense we were able to muster today. And then Travis Wood, he just did not have any defensive help behind him. Had he not had the errors and gotten out of that second inning, we would have probably lost this game 3-1, or maybe even it would have been closer because it would have been a little bit more manageable. But nonetheless, we lost. A loss is a loss. I know that was a pretty uneventful game, as the second inning and the fourth inning were the only interesting innings of that game. Otherwise, the rest of it was quite boring. It was tough to play. But that's going to go ahead and end this episode here. Tomorrow we're going to have C.J. Edwards going against Zach Wheeler, so hopefully we'll have a little bit more luck against Wheeler, and hopefully we can get C.J. Edwards his first win of his career. He's pitched well in the past couple games, but not able to get wins in either one of them. So we'll hopefully get him a win. But thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to follow us here on Twitch at Life of Raw Sports Gaming Network, and then also subscribe to us on YouTube at Life of Raw Sports Gaming Network. And then also don't forget King Ross will be continuing his NBA 2K15 playoffs here on his Twitch at King Ross 21. The first game will be the Eastern Conference Finals starting on Sunday, which in this case would be tomorrow, and then the Western Conference Finals starting on Monday. So be sure to check both those out on King Ross 21 on his Twitch. And yeah, that's gonna do it for us here. Thanks for watching, guys, and keep it real, man.